Well, I wouldn't go so far as $2 trillion, but certainly I think it will be robust, and I think there's great interest among both Gulf investors and Saudi investors. So I would be surprised if it doesn't do well in its debut.
What does this listing today mean for the Saudi economy? And as we've been talking about throughout the course of the show already, the Vision 2030, the opening up of the Saudi Arabian economy.
You know, as your previous guest said, Richard Haas, I think it really is not so much a measure of how much money this IPO manages to deliver, but it tells you in what direction the Vision 2030 will proceed. So the fact that they have listed Saudi Arabia's crown jewels is quite a stunning achievement.
Really, in just a few years as well. Hadley has a question for you now from Riyadh.
Hey, Tilak, it's Hadley out in Riyadh. My question really revolves around what we're going to see within the oil market sphere over the next couple of months. Obviously, we're talking about these cuts announced last week in Vienna that will move into the first quarter of next year. And it's a lot of conversation, I got to tell you, amongst these ministers about whether they're going to need to be extended, those deeper cuts. How does that impact, do you think, Aramco's debut?
Well, there are concerns, of course. The outlook on the oil market is rather bearish, both on the demand and supply sides. In terms of the demand side, of course, everything depends on the China-US trade war and how it is resolved or not resolved, for that matter. We've heard some good news recently about the Americans suggesting that they will not proceed with the tariffs on December 15th. On the supply side, we are expecting robust increases in supply outside of the OPEC Plus group. So countries like the US, Brazil, Guyana, Norway are expected to increase supply going into next year. So it is a somewhat bearish outlook, but the cutbacks, not only the announced cutbacks of the 500,000 barrels per day, but also the unilateral decision by Saudi Arabia of cutting back a further 400,000 barrels per day were very supportive, are very supportive of prices going into next year.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.